Okay, I'm gonna make this quick. See how this is the CPU, the heatsink, this humongous thing. Here's the board. I finally got this board to the point where I think I can pretty much pull it out. But what am I doing this for? I'm doing it for the friggin' PSU because the PSU is stuck in ridiculous. Like, I'm stuck behind the motherboard. So you gotta take everything out of the computer first. Situation. Like, this is for the CPU. This is for the motherboard. I can't pull it out. It just doesn't want to go further than basically this. If I try to push it too hard, it might end up breaking. I don't want it to break. Why would they do this? It seems like the most stupid way of doing it. I think the older models even have just like plugs that you plug it into rather than this nonsense, where you could actually pull this out a lot easier. You might have to still take the CPU out because it's a stupid thing in the way, but you wouldn't have to take the whole motherboard out to do this. This is nonsense. Ugh. Anyway, I had to get some freaking lovely new tools because the CPU has the need for a screw that's like right there in that hole, that is at all the way down here. And yeah, I'm not even taking the time to worry about this video quality. I'm just gonna just do this because this is a mess. I'm taking apart everything. Like, this is supposed to be all in there. Thankfully, the screws are mostly all different, and I can figure out where they are by just simply looking at what shape, size, and color they are. But darn it, this is gonna be a mess to get back together. And what am I doing this for? I bet you it's just a fuse blew inside the power supply unit. And I can't get to it because there's no spot for the fuse to be external. It's fused, it's soldered to the PSU's board. And this whole thing's just stuck under everything. I think I'm going to have to put an external fuse holder for this so that I can stick it outside here. Because if all that's wrong with it is that there was a power surge and fuse blew, I don't want to have to go through this again. It's also possible there could be an intermittent issue. I don't want to pull it apart, go, hey, everything's good, and then push it back together and then have issues. And I'm going to have to cover that socket. I'm going to have to cover that socket because these are the crazy sockets that, you don't want to damage accidentally too. Let me pull out some pieces of plastic and just kind of see if I can balance it up here so it won't. Come on. Move. I don't want dust getting in there. I had somebody that followed the video, Jirago one, that had an issue where dust got into the connector and he had to pull the CPU back out. And it's just too much of a mess. Alright, that's all for the moment.